And this morning, we are super excited to be joined by Alice and Jennifer from One Collective. A very good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Gina, go for it.
Well, I was going to say One Collective. What is it? Can you tell us more, Jennifer?
Yeah, absolutely. So One Collective is something that has come out of conversations that Alice and I had. We met locally and we both kind of have these creative, holistic well-being interests. And we discovered that if we got together, all these ideas and great things were coming through. And we were saying to each other, it'd be cool to be able to go to a network and kind of meet up with similar people and that kind of grow from our conversations. So we actually decided to come up with One Collective. Yeah.
Do it yourself if there's something that doesn't exist. Give us a flavour then as to, we'll go into what One Collective is in more detail in just a second, but give us a flavour as to who you are. Alice, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm a massage therapist, a holistic massage therapist based in Haverfordwest. I grew up in St David's and from local families in the area. And yeah, we decided to set up this networking group to meet lots of other amazing people.
Lovely. And Jennifer, who are you?
Hi. So yes, I'm Jennifer Mary Jones. I'm a yoga teacher. Some of you might know me from the leisure centre. I teach yoga locally, but I also am a poet. So I've got a book out, which I'm really proud of, called Poetry Songbook. So I kind of combine poetry and yoga and just spread joy, really.
Spread joy. And I suppose One Collective, you're very new. You've only had I'm sure that a lot of work's gone into that, but you've had your first meeting already in Get the Boys Lift. How did that go? How did that come about? What have you learned from that first experience?
Yeah, so we hit the ground running. We just did like a call out to anybody who wanted to come, and we had a lovely, lovely supportive group who were really stoked to be there. You know, everyone was like, oh, we've been waiting for something like this, and it was really great energy. And they're all coming back again next month. And so we just do sort of an informal facilitated session for an hour, just to get to know each other with some like thought-provoking questions. And then we went for a little walk around town after, which was really nice, just kind of around the riverside and back in a loop.
Yeah, because being in the creative industries, it's great and you spread joy and positivity and you get to express yourself, but sometimes that can't always be channeled in the best way when you're just kind of loosely going around. I suppose having a structured session and being part of a collective can actually provide a bit of clarity.
Definitely. So yeah, many of us work alone or we spend a lot of time doing our pursuits on our own. So yeah, getting that kind of space each month to come together. There's a lot of the kind of informal moments I remember from the May session, just those little moments between the structure parts where you actually get another idea for something. So yeah, it's fantastic just having that atmosphere and creating that together within the community.
Yeah. What are some of the other benefits then that those members may have felt? Because you've got another one coming up, so we'll talk about those dates in just a second. But what are some of the benefits that you're hoping a member of One Collective can get?
Well, yeah, I mean, already it started to feel that there's this kind of definite social benefit connecting with each other. We've also talked together about those mental health benefits of well-being, having that kind of ability to talk, really, having a moment where you can be yourself and bring your whole self into that space with each other. There are also these kind of the financial potential in the future too. So all kind of networking together, there's that opportunity to become each other's clients potentially, or refer business to somebody in your own, all of these networks coming together and just helping spread that too.
Yeah, I imagine that with a lot of self-employed people, that scarcity becomes an issue, and then you start holding really tightly into your clients, and I can't share too much because if I give too much away, then what's left for me? Is that something that One Collective can help people to understand, and actually sharing is actually a good thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Already at the first meetup, it was just a soft launch really, but people were like, oh, well, I've been needing a videographer, and someone else was wanting catering for their event, and you know, like each of us were able to say, oh, well, I could help with that actually. You know, someone was stuck with their website and someone else was specializing in that. So it was just instantly very easy going at, you know, uplifting each other's, each other's work.
Yeah,
that's it. And everybody can put their bits in, can't they? Sorry, Tom. I was just going to say, so One Collective, who is it open to then? If anybody's sort of listening now and thinking, what is this for me?
Yeah, so given that we're both creatives and wellness professionals, we felt that that was the sort of people we would be enjoying hanging out with. And we also felt that these two groups have got quite a lot of shared values. You know, they're open-minded, open-hearted, generally interested in collaborating. And yeah, just that sort of sense of spirit is very much alive in the creative industries as well as the wellness industry. So I think we're bringing together anyone who considers themselves to be a creative entrepreneur or a wellness professional. And if you're in either of those camps, you'll be made very welcome. It's a very inclusive group, quite diverse. And also if you're between jobs or you want to transition into those spaces, like there's no reason why you shouldn't come. You should absolutely be there.
Yeah. So you'd rather be more open than closed. If people think that you fall into that category and you self-assess yourself as that, then give it a go.
Exactly.
It's that collaboration over competition ethos, and just having this kind of feeling that there is work for everybody. If you're at home thinking, oh, I've got this idea, I don't know, oh, I shouldn't bother, you know, I'm not good enough, all these kind of thoughts we get, it's just pushing those aside, kind of coming in, and also that kind of seeing other people, that proof it's possible, that role model, you can go, oh my gosh, well, they've done it. I can learn from them. And it's that mentoring. Yeah.
Just to build on that mentoring as well, not just for startups and people who are new on their journey, but those who are really well established. They've got a huge following. They've done it before, but they also perhaps would like to be part of a community. So there'll be sort of different levels of experience and expertise that we can share in the group.
Yeah. And so what then is the longer term vision of One Collective? You've had one meeting, you've got another one near enough exactly a week today up at the Georges. What would you like to see the environment of wellness professionals in Pembrokeshire look like?
Well, definitely these monthly sessions, getting together each month and building on those. They are free, actually. I'll enter that into the conversation too. So if you're thinking, oh, cost might be preventing, then do come along. We've talked about some lovely ideas that once the network's built a little bit more, we're thinking things like makers markets, or having certain kind of, again, these bringing people together and showcasing the amazing talents and bits and bobs that we all have to offer. So yeah, Alice, any other?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, maybe there's an expert in the group who specializes in something that everybody could learn from. So it might be like digital marketing or SEO or how to take a good iPhone footage. So maybe there'll be workshops in the future, or we might bring a specialist in from away to come and run a session. And maybe those are paid sessions and they're more workshop based, you know, and people might pay accordingly for those.
Yeah. Oh, it's exciting. And of course you'll listen to the people that turn up on the meetings and be like, oh, actually we've got a real burning desire for this. Oh, I do too. And then you can build and tailor around what's going on.
Yeah.
You have the second one coming up next week on Thursday morning. Give us all the details of what the times, where it is, and is there a theme for that one as well?
Yes. So we're going to meet at 9:30 at the Georges on Market Street in Haverfordwest, and we're going to go until 11 a.m. It will be a 1 hour conversational kind of loose structure that will be facilitated by Jen and myself. And then we're going to go for another short stroll at the end, just because we do feel like being outside in nature, moving our bodies is going to be really great way to build relationships as well as get out and about around town. And we're moving to different venues each month. So it's not always at the Georges. Last time was Get the Boys a Lift. And then the next one we're thinking maybe at Haverhub. So you don't need to bring anything, just a sort of open heart and a smile. And
we do have a moment at the end, actually, the kind of closing moment where we bring a bit of that holistic mindfulness in. So get a little bit of breathing, calming before you go on your merry way for the rest of your day. So it's a kind of bringing in that kind of mindfulness as well, really, into the session at the end. We haven't really established a theme for each one yet, but I think as we develop the network and One Collective, we'll get to hear more about what people want, and kind of, we just thought we'd hit the ground running, didn't we, and get it started.
It will naturally evolve, I think, isn't it? Once you sort of get together and you are working as a group, it'll all come together naturally there.
I think that we need to get you back on Healthy Minds, Better Lives as well. And I host that once a month on a Thursday evening with Tammy Foley and with Hayley T. Wheeler, talking about mindfulness and different perspectives, that they're both therapists in their own right. You mentioned Haverhub there. Of course, choirs form part of the Wellness Network. I've met you both in Haverhub with Choirs for Good as well. And you really want to embody that and to develop that spirit throughout Pembrokeshire, through all the freelance community that's here.
Yeah, we're bringing in anyone from across Pembrokeshire. We thought Haverfordwest was a good place to launch.
Yeah,
100%.
Excellent. Jennifer, if people are interested, they're listening to you now and thinking, oh, I'd really like to be part of that. It's free to attend. I'm free at that time. Where can they find more information and keep up to date with what you're doing in between these monthly meetings?
Yeah, so absolutely check out our Instagram and Facebook pages. It's One Collective Town. And you can also email onecollectivetown@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you.
I love that.
Also, as well, you should sign up to come to these events. So there's a link on the Instagram profile. So make sure that you sign up and register so that we know to see you there.
Who's going to be there?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Make sure you sign up.
Definitely. Yeah, the Google form's really easy to use. Click on the link at the top of the biography on Instagram or Facebook, and it will open up. It's a really easy form for you to do in a minute, less than a minute. Yeah, we'd love to see you and welcome you.
Gina, that sense of connection, because it can get isolating when you're working for yourself, by yourself, and you've got your clients that you can't really open up to. This sounds like the perfect way to feel part of a community.
It really does. And like you say, it's giving you those ideas to be able to build your business to help other businesses as well. And like you say, be that one collective. So it says it in the name, really, doesn't it? And looking forward, I know I should say the C word, sort of towards the end of the year, but it's that you have your staff party on your own, where we're going to go, but you can all get together sort of annually as well and have that sort of sense of we're as one. And I like that idea very, very much. So I'm sure Jennifer and Alice, we're going to catch up again as we go through the months and find out how you've all built and how many new members that you've got and all the good things that you're going to be doing together right here in Pembrokeshire.
Amazing. One last time, what are those social media handles if they're listening now?
One Collective Town.
There we go. Jennifer, Alice, thank you so much for joining us on the Gina and Tom Breakfast Show with Folly Farm this morning. I hope that next week goes really well. Don't forget you need to sign up on the link that's on the social media. And yeah, we'll have to have another conversation about Healthy Minds, Better Lives on a Thursday evening. Coming up next, Gina, there's a competition for a meal and tickets to a disco wonderland happening this weekend.
Well, if you like your ABBA, then stay listening because you're going to love this wonderful prize taking place right here in Haverfordwest.
Wake up with Gina and Tom, weekdays